Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the 1G exercise of chapter number 1 linear equation. Okay. This is the exercise about the length and perimeter of a line segment. Okay. In this exercise we will learn about how to find out the length between the 2 points. Suppose we have a line segment AB, right? Over here on the Cartesian plane. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here -1, -2, -3, right? This is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, right? This is +1, +2, +3, +4, up to so on. Suppose we have any point over here, let it be A, and here is some point, let it be this one, okay, 1 and 2, okay. Now you need to find out the length of the line segment A and B, okay. So what is the length of the line segment? Length of a line segment is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? This is the distance formula we call it. Distance formula, okay. So here in this graph you can see what is the value of A, what are the coordinate of A. The coordinate of A over here are that is -1 and -1, -1 and -1, and the coordinate of B are 1 and 2, right? Now we need to find out the distance between A and B. Now you just need to substitute over here the distance of AB. You need to denote it by the mode value, right? AB mode. What does it mean? That it means the length will always positive. It will never negative at any condition, right? Now substitute here the value. The value of x2 is what? That is equal to 1 minus, what is the value of x1? That is equal to -1, right? So whole square plus y2 is what? That is equal to 2 minus -1 whole square, right? Now take the square root of it. Now this is equal to 2 square plus 3 square, right? And square root of it. That is equal to 4 plus 9, which is equal to root 13 units. Okay. So this is the distance between the point A and B, right? Now in the same line segment, if you want to find out the midpoint of this, right? Suppose you want to find out the midpoint of this line segment AB, right? So what is the formula for the midpoint of a line? I'm going to rub this part over here first. Now if you want to find out the midpoint of any line segment, that is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So I am considering the same line over here. Here the coordinate of A are -1 and -1, and the coordinate of B are given to you, that is equal to 1 and 2, right? Now how to find out the midpoint between of this line? That is equal to -1 plus 1 by 2 and -1 plus 2 by 2, right? Here this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2, right? Now what is its value? This is equal to 0 and this is equal to 1 by 2. So it means this is the midpoint of this line. Where you can denote it, this is somewhere here, right? So this is its 0 and 1 by 2. It is here somewhere, right? Here 0 and 1 by 2. This is the midpoint of it, right? And next we will discuss about the example from the exercise. Okay. Yeah, 1 second. Now let's consider the exercise of it. This one. Now the first try yourself is, you need to find out, let's do the 1G exercise, try yourself. Okay, try yourself is there. In this you need to find out the distance between 0, 3 and 1, 5, right? Now the same formula you need to apply over here, distance formula. What is the distance formula? Just now we discussed about it. That is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and square root of it. Okay. Now what is the value of x2 over here? 5 minus, sorry, that's not 5, 1. x2 is 1 minus 0 whole square, and the value of y2 is what? 5 minus 3 whole square and square root of it, right? Now this is equal to 1 square plus 2 square and square root of it. That is 1 plus 4, that means it's equal to 5 units, right? And keep it in your mind that the distance is always positive, right? Now one question you need to do yourself, that is question number 2. You need to, it's a B part, right? You need to find out the distance between minus 2 and minus 7, and the second value is 3 and minus 1. Got it? So this question you need to do yourself, right? Now try this question. Similarly, in the next try yourself is there of the same exercise, 1G exercise, try yourself, find the midpoint. Find the midpoint of minus 2, minus 6, and the second value is 3 and minus 2, right? Now you need to find out the midpoint between these 2 points. What is the midpoint formula? That is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. This is the midpoint formula, right? Now find out the midpoint. X1 is what? 3 minus 2 plus minus minus, right? By 2, and value of y2 is y1 is what? That's minus 6 minus 2 by 2, right? So it's equal to 1 by 2, and this is minus 8 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2, and the second value is minus 4, right? So this is its value. This is the midpoint of it, right? The next question, now that's very important question. Try these type of questions from the exercise, right? Now the same, try these. Next question of exercise 1G again. So the question is, find the value. It's very, you need to understand it carefully, this question. Find the value of A, right? Find the value of A if the distance between 1A and 3 and 7 is root 13, right? In this question you need to find out the value of A, right? If the distance between these 2 points is given to you root 13, right? So again apply the distance formula first. By distance formula, we know that, right? We knew that y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square, right? That is equal to the distance between it. That is equal to root 13, because distance is given to you root 13 over here, right? Now apply the formula. Here y2 is what? That's a 7 minus a whole square plus x2 is what? That is equal to 3 minus, and x1 is 1. So 3 minus 1 whole square and square root of it. Okay. And which is equal to root 13. Now simplify this. This is 7 minus a whole square plus 3 minus 1 is 2 square and square root of it. And that's equal to root 13. So 7 minus a whole square plus 4 and square root of it, that's equal to root 13. Now you need to cancel these square root value. How you can cancel the square root? By taking squaring both sides. Do now on squaring both sides, you can cancel the square root, right? So that means 7 minus a whole square plus 4 is equal to 13. Got it? Now simplify this equation. That is 7 minus a whole square is equal to 13 minus 4, that's equal to 9. Now further continue from this side, the same question. Now if you want to simplify this equation, shift this square to the right hand side, right? So that is 7 minus a is equal to square root of 9 and plus minus square root of 9. Why here is plus minus square root of 9? Because we will find out the two value of the square root, right? So 7 minus a is equal to plus minus 3. Find out the square root of 9, that's equal to 3. Now they will form the two equations. 7 minus a is equal to positive 3 and 7 minus a is equal to negative 3. Now you will find out the two values of a. First is minus a is equal to 7 minus 3 minus 7. Minus a is equal to minus 4. This minus will be cancelled. So the value of a is 4, right? Second one is minus a is equal to minus 3 minus 7, right? Now minus a is equal to minus 10. This minus will be cancelled and a is equal to 10. So you will obtain the two value of a over here. A is equal to 4 and a is equal to 10. In this way you need to solve this equation. From the exercise you will find the same type of questions. Question 1, find the distance between the pair of the point, right? Question 1 is find the distance. So all the questions are based on the distance formula. Second question, you need to find out the midpoint also in the second question, right? Let's do the fourth question, any one part of it. It's based on the same example, just now I have solved it, okay? Now you need to solve that yourself. Question number 5 is also same. Let's do question number 6 of it, right? Question number 6. First of all, you need to understand some question which is of the same type. Do it yourself, okay? Now the next question is question number 6. Let's draw a diagram for it first. Exercise IG, question number 6, okay? In the question number 6, you have given one Cartesian plane in which there is a triangle form over here. 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the three coordinates over here, and here is minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3 over here, right? On the top of it 1, 2 and 3, and downside of it is minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3, right? And here it's a forming one triangle over here whose coordinates are over here. First of all, minus 2 and 2. Just take minus 2 and 2 over here, first point. Then you have 2 and 2, minus 2 and 2. One point is over here. And the next point is 3 and 2. 3 and 2 will be here, right, somewhere. Now join these lines in this way. It will form a triangle over here, right? So it will form a triangle like this, right, in this way. Now write down the coordinate first. Let it be point A, B and C. The coordinate of this is 2 and minus 2. The coordinate of this one is, again, this one is minus 2 and 2, right? Not 2 and 2. 1 second. This one is minus 2 and 2, right? Because first you need to write down the value of x, then you need to write down the value of y, right? In this, the point of B is what? That is equal to 3 and 2, okay? And the point C is 2 and minus 2, got it? Now the question is what? A block of land is illustrated in a simple map which uses a ratio. So which ratio it uses? It uses the ratio 1:100. Means if the 1 unit if 1 unit is there on the map, that is equal to 100 times, right? That is equal to 100 times, right? So 1 unit is equal to 100 meter, you can say over here. This is a ratio given to you, right? Now first of all, you need to find out the perimeter. If you want to find out the perimeter of block, what is the perimeter of the block? That is, you need to add all its sides. That means AB plus BC plus CA, right? You will add all the 3 sides. If you want to add all the 3 sides, you must know their value, right? What is the length of the line segment? So first of all, we'll find out the length of the line segment, right? AB. AB is equal to, take the coordinate from there, that is 3 minus 2 whole square, right? Because x2 minus x1. And second one is y2 minus y1, that means 2 minus 2 whole square. This is equal to 5 square plus 0 square and square root of it. That means it's equal to 5 square, which is equal to 5 units, right? This is equal to 5 units. Now find out BC. What is the value BC? That is equal to 2 minus 3 whole square plus minus 2 whole square, right? And square root of it. That is equal to minus 1 square plus minus 4 square and square root of it. That means it's equal to 1 plus 16 and square root of it. That is equal to root 17 units, right? Now, next value is what? That's AC. AC is what? That is equal to, again, x2 minus x1. So that means that is equal to 2 minus 2 whole square plus minus 2 whole square, right? So it will be equal to 4 square plus negative 4 square. That means 16 plus 16, which is equal to root 32 units. Got it? Now what is its perimeter? Perimeter of triangle. That is equal to sum of all sides. Sum of all sides, which is equal to AB plus BC plus CA, right? And that will be equal to 5 plus root 17 plus root 32 units. Got it? This is its perimeter. And if you want to convert into meter, just multiply the whole value with 100. So 5 plus 5 multiply with 100 plus 100 times 17 plus 100 times root 32 meter. This is the answer at the end, right? If you want to simplify it further, you can simplify it, right? Next, the same question is there, but in that case you need to find out the midpoint of it. Then you need to join their from their midpoint, and again you need to find out its perimeter, right? So do up to here first. That we'll discuss.